Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about some Lakers rumors as it concerns a report that I just saw maybe a couple minutes ago that got me thinking about what if this particular rumor does happen. Now, it has nothing to do with the whole NBA returning and when is the Lakers potentially going to open their workout facilities, which I saw like a video on Lakers Nation saying that they might open some of their facilities on Friday, but it's not like a huge opening of their facilities. But that's another video for another day. But this one in particular, I want to really give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about this rumored. It's about LaVar Ball telling I believe it was either a fan or it was either a reporter for this particular, I believe, a company. I'm not sure who it was, but basically, this is what he has to say about this particular report.
I'm with my son in the back. That deuce is wild.
Yeah. Back on the Lakers.
Hey, man. Hey, just between me and you, man. We'll be back later.
What was that?
I said, just between me and you, they coming back to the Lakers later, man.
They coming back to the Lakers?
Woo!
Inside scoop.
That'd be crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's the inside scoop. Don't let them know that yet.
Yeah.
We pop up all three of them over there. They're going to say, oh, man, I didn't know he was coming back, dog.
You told them.
Listen. I appreciate you.
Now, when I first saw this report, I can honestly, and heard what LaVar had to say, honestly, it got me to thinking. It really got me thinking. What if it does happen? What if down the line, a couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 years, that the Ball family returns to the Los Angeles Lakers, okay? Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, LiAngelo Ball. I mean, it could potentially happen. Never say never. I mean, guys, there's two ways you can go with this. You can either say that they're not or they can. It just, either way, it could potentially happen. Now, throughout the years of LaVar Ball and basically his sons been in the Lakers atmosphere for almost like 3 to 4 years now. It has been a really big roller coaster about how this family came to be. I mean, LaVar Ball just basically said that his boys are going to go to the NBA and become Lakers, and they're going to win championships. And, he got most of that right, but half of the time it was just not particularly correct. And I can honestly say, guys, I'm not reading too much into what LaVar has to say, because half the time, sometimes what he says is sometimes not even true half the time, but most of the time it's dead on true. And me personally, when I saw this report, it just got me thinking, what if the Ball brothers all together one day ends up with the Los Angeles Lakers? I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I mean, Lonzo Ball, before he ever got traded, I mean, there was a chance that he will potentially be a Los Angeles Laker for a long time. And last year, before the trade ever happened with Anthony Davis, there was a chance that Lonzo Ball would stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. It was in the works. They brought in coaches and Jason Kidd, and the whole scenario of him potentially working out in the offseason and learning from Jason Kidd. And honestly, it was just a miracle that this potentially could happen. We could potentially see an upgraded version of Lonzo Ball, what we saw from him during his times in UCLA, and that was a done deal. And there was a time when rumors did happen that the Lakers were going to trade for Anthony Davis and still keep Lonzo Ball on the team. There was that sort of trade scenario at one point. But, as it all happened, he got traded. We kept Kyle Kuzma and basically traded the whole farm for Anthony Davis. And at the end of the day, it just worked out for the best. The Lakers are now the number one team in the Western Conference. And, they are winning now. And, before the COVID-19 happened, the Lakers were on track to just basically seal the deal for their record to be a number one in the Western Conference, and they still are. And most Laker fans are just happy the way things happen. But like I said, that scenario could have happened, and I think it would have still end up being the same scenario, only LeBron James would not be the point guard. He'd probably be the small forward, and somehow Lonzo would have worked well with Anthony Davis, and he would have improved his leadership potentially with the organization, and it could have worked out at the end. But like I said, at the end of the day, it all worked out at the end. Lonzo is improving with New Orleans, and honestly, it was just worked out for the best for both sides. But getting back to what I was saying, the scenario that the Ball brothers would end up with the Los Angeles Lakers again. Like I said in the beginning, never say never. Things might go down 5, maybe 6, 7 years down the line, and it could potentially happen. And the prospects for this year's draft, Lonzo's brother, LaMelo Ball, is going to be drafted in this year's draft. So obviously, with that type of scenario, I'm not trying to say that LaMelo is potentially going to be a Los Angeles Laker. I'm not trying to say that, but down the line, if he doesn't like the team that he is drafted, he could end up with the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, that type of scenario could potentially happen. And at one point, the Ball brothers will someday come together in LA and play basketball together. You never know. And that's the dream that LaVar wants to happen, and it could potentially happen someday. And honestly, guys, I'm kind of on both sides here. It could happen. It could never happen. But at the end of the day, it's kind of, brings a sort of question. I'm not sure if this is a word, but questionability that if someday down the line, the Ball brothers will end up playing together with the Los Angeles Lakers. It's so interesting to know that, and it's just honestly gives a little bit of a question of if it will happen or it will not. It's still up in the air, guys. And like I said in the beginning, it is a rumored report. I don't really think it is a report. I think it was just a saying that LaVar just spoke, and I don't really think it's a huge big deal about it. And honestly, I don't know why I'm reading too much into it, but some people, they have that mentality of saying that, it could happen. And I'm on the fence about that. And I'm like I said, I'm like on both sides here. Will it happen? Maybe. Will it? I'm not sure. It's still up in the air. And I just want to know your thoughts and your opinions, guys, about this rumored, I don't really think it is a report. I just think it's a saying. I'm not sure if it's such a huge deal, but things happen in the NBA. That does happen, and it just ends up being a reality. And honestly, I can honestly say it is something that makes you really think, because the scenario of having the Ball brothers play together on one team, and it is, even if it's not with the Los Angeles Lakers, it could happen elsewhere. You never know. And with the improvement of Lonzo Ball with how he plays, with the Pelicans, it could end up being, a much improvement if somehow he someday returns with the Los Angeles Lakers. You never know. So, guys, I'm not sure how I don't know if this was like a rambled video that I was speaking about, but it is not a rumored. It's not a reported statement from the Ball brothers. I mean, it is a statement from LaVar, but it's not anything too much to actually just too much read into it. But honestly, it's just something that I want to just give you guys, and honestly, it's just one of those type of rumored reports that I can honestly say just makes you think. And honestly, there's not a lot of news lately about the Los Angeles Lakers other than the potential opening of their facilities. You never know, of the workout facilities. They're saying it might happen on Friday, but there's still some reports out there that's still in the works that I just want to make sure if it does happen. So I'll keep you guys up to date about it. But other than that, guys, please give me your thoughts about what I said about the whole potential reality if somehow the Ball brothers someday ends up with the Los Angeles Lakers and play basketball together. You never know. So please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. And guys, I do appreciate every single one of you for showing me the love and support for my channel. It's just so overwhelming that you guys give me a platform on this channel to just give you my thoughts and my opinions about everything that's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers and sports in general. And with these difficult times, there's just not a lot of news out there that's relatable to talking about sports and the Lakers. There's just not a lot really, and hopefully once May is over, the report that has always been that the NBA will return in mid-June to late June, somewhere around there, and it could end up being a just playing some regular season games and ends up being playoffs in July, and at the end of the day the finals could end up being at the end of July or possibly in the beginning of August. So it's still up in the air. We're not sure about the scheduling, but once it does happen, guys, I'll deliver to you guys on this channel and all my social media sites. Guys, please show me the love and support for all my social media sites: Facebook, ZSPN, and Twitter at ZSPN_sports. And of course, I made a Instagram account for this channel, ZSPN. Please go check that out. I'll leave all the links into the description of this video so you guys can check out all my social media sites. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate every single one of you, like I said, for showing me the love and support for my channel. I mean, it's just so overwhelming of the support and love you guys give me, and hopefully you guys are just staying safe out there. Make sure do all the recommendations out there. Wash your hands, keep your distancing, sanitize your hands, cover your mouth, wear a mask, all that great stuff that just keeps you guys safe out there. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy, guys.